Well, let's play some of that speech and the part that is so objectionable to you right now for our viewers.
Curtin's famous statement that Australia looked to America was much more than the idea of trading one strategic guarantor for another, or swapping an alliance with the old world for one with the new. It was a recognition that Australia's fate would be decided in our region.
I mean, there's not a chance that Trump's administration wouldn't be aware of this.
First of all, it's wrong. It's factually wrong. You have to remember that even Curtin was incredibly aware of the threat that was coming to Australia and his reliance on the United States. You've got to remember that Curtin, before the war, was arguing in the 1937 election for the rearmament and the build-up of Australia's Defence Force. I don't hear that from the Prime Minister. We also understand that Curtin was dealing with the issues of how, with the incursion of the Japanese into the Pacific, who was the reliable ally to protect Australia. If we'd got this wrong, if we had lost, Caroline, you and I would not be having this discussion. We would be over. And if we get this wrong in the future, Caroline, you and I and your viewers and their super funds and their houses and their kids and our nation is over, is finished. And anybody who denies history and thinks, oh, no, it's all different now. No, it's not different. You can just go turn on your television set. You see how different the world is now. It's exactly the same. And, you can't play dice with Australia like this. I mean, I know that the Prime Minister's got his nose out of joint because he feels, slighted by the President of the United States, and he's got a little bit on his spleen, and he's going to show how big his muscles are. But his muscles are not very big at all, actually. And he's got to park that, get over his ego, and say, how do we open up an engagement of conversations at the highest level between the Prime Minister of Australia and the President of the United States? And to be quite frank, that requires that, that Mr Rudd, who, is not a bad guy, but he's in the wrong job in the United States. It's very much the wrong job. If he has to be moved on to somewhere else, well, you've got to move him on, because your number one job, Mr Albanese, is the protection of the Australian people. And if we don't have a US alliance that's working, we are not protected and in a world of trouble.
Oh, it's very frightening. Barnaby Joyce, it was so good to chat to you about that. There's no more pressing issue right now, I think. Unfortunately, we didn't get time to go to more topics, but I appreciate your time tonight.